Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Rex Originals! And for this very special episode, we will be featuring the LEGO custom Walking with Dinosaurs 3D Gorgosaurus. But before we head on with this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. To be able to support my channel, please do not skip on all the ads on all my videos. Thanks everyone! I guess this PC contest will be announced later on in the video, but for now, let's move on with the making of the Gorgosaurus. Alright, so here we have the Gorgosaurus in its kit bashing portion. So I used here a King Ghidorah base for this and some random Lego parts. So for the sculpting later on, I will be using 2-part epoxy non-sag. I used it because it's less sticky and it dries really well. Around 15 minutes of working time would be enough for you to mold in or sculpt your details, such as this one. Allow it to cure overnight so that it will technically harden, and when you do your wet sanding, it will be a breeze. So after wet sanding, I added a few more details such as those spikes on the back. Then I primered this one with bossy number 68 in gray. This primer actually takes around several hours for it to be fully dried, and then we'd start the painting. But before that, we have here our reference from the Walking with the Dinosaurs 3D Gorgosaurus. So I have several photos of it, 1, 2, 3, so that I can really get into the details of the paint later on. Okay, so what we'll be using would be some brushes here, of course, water, and some acrylics. And there Usher as my spectator over there. Okay, so we start off with this white and a little bit of blue, I guess, and a tiny pinch of black and yellow, and then painting this onto the lower parts of the Gorgosaurus. So I will be removing, of course, the legs and the arms later on, so that I can paint on those hidden parts as well. It took me around 3 coats of this one, drying in between so that I would have that consistent opacity all throughout. A little bit of information on the Gorgosaurus. Its name actually means bread for lizard. It is a genus of Tyrannosaurid theropod dinosaur that lived in western North America during the late Cretaceous period between 76 to 75 million years ago. Like most Tyrannosaurids, Gorgosaurus was a bipedal predator weighing more than 2 metric tons as an adult, dozens of large sharp teeth lined with jaws, while its 2-fingered forelimbs were comparatively small to its size. Gorgosaurus' main features are 2 horn-like bumps on its head above the eyes. They were probably used for display, as this would be no use in battle, unlike horned ceratopsians. In the Walking with Dinosaurs movie 3D, Gorgosaurus is shown to be bright blue with yellow under the chin to the belly and tail, included with very bright black stripes. Some are much darker colors of blue or green than blue. So we begin with several colors of, blue, green, teal, blue. Mixtures of this with some metallics are actually placed on areas where the head, the lower jaw, the neck, the body, the arms, the legs, and even the tail will be painted on. So there will be, a subtle gradient to it, but I won't be showing this on the video itself, because it actually took me several hours to at least paint this on the figure. At least for now, it suffices that you would know that first up I started with this mixture of blue and green with some metallics here. As you can see, there's a certain sheen to it, and then I overlaid it with blue, and then with the lighter colors of teal, and also lighter colors of blue on the face. little bit bland at the moment, but that's okay. Now we're placing in several details, such as these lighter colors of a mixture of yellow, white, a little bit of blue, and some green. This will be painted on the areas of the body, the thighs, the neck, and even the head, as well as that of the tail. I carefully go back and forth to that of the references so that at least we'll know where everything goes, right? So references, people, references whenever you're already starting on with the details of your paint. First off, I actually do the first half of it and go to the next. Alright, so we're adding in several more details to this one. So this is a mixture of black and some blues. And then we're painting in on the details of the face. So I zoomed in on the face of the Gorgosaurus here, which is the Walking with Dinosaurs 3D Gorgosaurus, and there's quite a lot of details, to be honest, and hopefully I get that in this type of painting. So I'm actually using this fine tip brush, and then later on we'll be using a finer brush still when it comes to certain details, such as extension of the speckles on this one. And here is our Gorgosaurus so far. I hope you have learned something from this. I will be continuing on off cam on the details of this one, but for now, that is our making of the video. Let's now move on with the guest species contest winner, shall we? We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Satria, EXPICQ, Renzo, Vicenzo, Gavin, Stoltman, Alo Studio, Emilio, Robert, and Red Wolf. Congratulations everyone, and now for our top 10 winners!
Top 10.
Rich Arvin Lago,
Top 9.
Doxel D. Porstricus,
Top 8.
Boss Thailand,
Top 7.
Gabriel Connolly,
Top 6.
Draco YT,
Top
Mr.
5.
T-Rex,
Top 4.
Workoback Shanty,
Top
Zara EKT,
Top 2.
Mechanic Tiger, and Colton Todd. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next SSPC contest. For those of you who would like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Breaks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Breaks homepage. And in the homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all my posts. And now we go to my favorite portion of this video, assemblies. So let's count up the number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 parts to this figure. Let's start by connecting the head with the lower jaw. It's a bit tricky, so be careful. Alright, so there you go. Let's now connect this to the body. Let's now follow through with the arms. The right, and then the left arm. Now for the legs. So that is the left leg, and now the right. And now for the tail. Let's start by connecting the base of the tail, and then lastly the tip. There you go. Our completed Gorgosaurus. And now that it's actually assembled, we now move on with a closer look of this Gorgosaurus. Okay, so I'm really excited for this one as well as the GCL here because it's actually one of my favorite movies, and it's actually based off from this photo of the Gorgosaurus of the Walking with Dinosaurs 3D. Okay, so that particular movie actually has several, characters to it, both antagonists and protagonists, and the main antagonist for that movie is actually this Gorgosaurus. There are also other, characters there that are also carnivores, but this one is the larger carnivore in that movie. Alright? Okay, so let's take a look closer of this particular dinosaur. So it's technically blue in color with several tones of, teal and green. It might not be catching up on the video or the camera, but if you're going to take a look closer, there are different dimensions to it as well. Lighter colors of blue are also seen on the face, as you can see here, and a strikingly apparent or visible black stripes on this particular dinosaur from the head, towards the body, the thighs, and even the tail of this dinosaur. Certain also details were also added in terms of painting on the feet and also the hands of the Gorgosaurus. Okay, so in terms of articulation, you can actually open and close its mouth like so, and you can see there is also this soft tissue on the gums of the Gorgosaurus. The neck of the Gorgosaurus can also be moved like so, and up and twisted as well. The hands can likewise move as that of the legs as well. The feet can be attached, of course, to this particular base plate, any base plate for that matter. So you can make it run or walk, or things like that in terms of positioning. The tail is made up of two moving parts or separate parts to it, so there could be some variation also in the movement. Okay, so that's it for our closer look on the Gorgosaurus. Now we move on with the size comparisons of this particular dinosaur. And first up, we're back here with the GCL, and don't worry, GCL is not gonna eat you. Moving closer. So, in terms of size, comparing it with this particular dinosaur, GCL is definitely smaller, and when compared to the actual size of the Gorgosaurus here, it's just about the right size, I guess. Alright, so now we move on with size comparisons with different or other extinct creations. Okay, so let's compare first with a smaller character from the movie. I'm just going to, make this up. Maybe this is actually a feathered velociraptor, but let's imagine it as the Troodon from that movie, since my Troodon is actually not feathered. Well, anyways, definitely it's actually smaller than that of the Gorgosaurus. Okay, so this actually feathered velociraptor, if you haven't seen it yet, has several features to it, even though it's really small. The legs can move and can be twisted as well. The mouth can open, and the tail can also be twisted. So for a small figure, there's actually a lot of movement for that one. So check it out, guys, if you haven't. Next on the comparison would be this Edmontonia. So the Edmontonia here has several spikes on its back. You can see the silver is really looking good on that dark background, and I don't know if this is actually the same coloration as that of the movie, but I would remember that it is also on a brownish tone as well. Okay, so let's move on with the next comparison. We have our extinct bricks, Pachyrhinosaurus. Although this is very stylized and is actually based off from the old Jurassic Park, toy line, I would, let me know if you guys would like me to make a proper Pachyrhinosaurus. I don't have a base figure yet, but maybe if I have ordered already, I would make this another ceratopsian, which could be, a Pachyrhinosaurus. Who knows? We'll see. It wouldn't hurt if this particular Pachyrhinosaurus has a partner or a wife, maybe. And then I'll make children. Well, let's move on to the next comparison. So we're comparing now with our Edmontosaurus. The Edmontosaurus is actually also part of the film of the Walking with Dinosaurs 3D series, and is depicted as a large hadrosaur walking in herds. So although they play no part, in terms of very active characters, they really are good addition to the overall look of the movie itself. And monsters can actually be either bipedal or quadrupedal. So I'm just glad that I had this particular dinosaur as well in my collection. So okay, so let's move on to the next one. And we'll be comparing with other tyrannosaurs such as the Lythronax. So the Lythronax here has just been a recent addition to the family of extinct Rex dinosaurs. So guys, if you haven't really seen the video yet, please check it out. It's in the playlist, and I'll also be placing in the individual links to all these dinosaurs as well. So check it out, guys. Next up would be our mighty T-Rex. And although this is a distant relative of the T-Rex, you can see here the main difference would be, well, a lot. The head of the T-Rex is definitely larger. It's bulkier in size. It also has 2 fingers. I'm really liking the contrast of colors of the greens and these blues. Come to think of it, this is actually my first blue theropod, so I'm really excited to have this join the cabinet of extinct Rex. Okay, so that's it for the size comparisons. Let's move on with the extinct Rex species roll call. So we have here all of the dinosaurs that you've seen here. I already have several, dinosaurs from the Walking with Dinosaurs 3D, such as the Gorgosaurus here. The Edmontosaurus is very similar. So if you do want, or if you do have other requests, I guess, then place it on the comments down below. Don't be shy, I will be reading them and probably respond to them as well. The GCL here would like to remind you guys that all of these characters or dinosaurs are present in the Extinct Rex playlist, but I will be placing in individual links as well in the description box below. So let's move on with the species roll call. The Extinct Rex Pachyrhinosaurus, Extinct Rex Edmontosaurus, Extinct Rex Edmontonia. This is the Extinct Rex Lythronax, Extinct Rex Tyrannosaurus Rex back from the Lost World, and our Extinct Rex Feathered Velociraptor here. And of course, the star of the show, our Gorgosaurus from Walking with Dinosaurs 3D movie. So I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. Thank you again for watching, and also please check out our other videos. There will be a lot of exciting things coming in for Extinct Rex, so watch out for it, guys. Here I'm just showing a few photos of the Gorgosaurus for you to enjoy. Alright, so also please don't forget to support our other channels, The Adventures of Moira and Usher and Ibiso Universe. Please watch their videos and support their channel as well by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar! Thanks everyone, and bye! See you next time!